Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe at home. So guys, we as gardeners always have one issue and that is running out of space. And that's exactly what's happening with me. Now I have completely exhausted the ground area, so now my next option is either hanging planters or a vertical garden. Now, unfortunately, I do not prefer to keep my Echeverias aguiris or Graptovarias graptopetalums in hanging planters. However, I can consider keeping my sedums and other trailing varieties in a hanging planter. So guys, it's very easy to set up a vertical garden, but as we are working with succulents, so we definitely need to keep certain things in mind while we are setting up a vertical garden. And that's exactly what we are going to be talking in this video. So the first step towards setting up a vertical garden is to have the right type of pot. Now guys, there are a lot of pots available in the market of different sizes, shapes and colors. But I would suggest to go with a pot like this because this is quite light. It's made out of plastic. The depth is around 4 inches. The width is 5 inches. Now I know plastic is not the best material to be used for growing succulents, but unfortunately we do not have much options, because if we are going to use terracotta pots or concrete pots, they are going to be very heavy and I'm not sure if they are available in hanging form. So this is only one of the option that we have. Now guys, if you want, you can even choose other colors. There are a lot of other colors like brown, green, blue, white. You can choose any colors, but this was available with me, so I didn't want to go ahead and purchase it separately. So guys, the next most important thing is the soil. Now guys, as you know, we are working with a plastic pot. Now plastic is meant to contain moisture, so we do not want to use any material that retains moisture. For example, cocoa peat, coconut husk, coconut chips or any other material that can retain moisture. So here I am going to go ahead and cover the drain holes with larger rocks. You can either use a net or you can use any other pebbles or rocks. Now this is done usually because these pots are going to be sitting in the vertical position, so when you're going to water, the soil is going to slip through the drain holes. Even though the drain holes are very small, but we'll still go ahead and cover those drain holes so that the soil does not slip out of the pot and fall onto the other plants. Now I've gone ahead and added a little bit more of grit to the base of the pot so that the soil stays intact and it's only the water that leaves the pot. Now guys, the soil, as I said, we are not going to be using any cocoa peat because we want our soil to dry faster. So here I'm going to be using 80% river sand and almost 10 to 20% of garden soil. So here I am using 80% of river sand and 20% of garden soil. Now instead of river sand, you can even use aquarium sand. I was running out of aquarium sand, so I am using river sand. So 80% of river sand and 20% of garden soil. Now this media or this soil mixture is gonna dry very fast, even though it is kept in a plastic pot. So now let's fill our pot with the soil mix. Now guys, I get a lot of questions on Instagram stating that why does my succulent soil look so red? Am I growing my succulents only in red soil? No guys, succulents will not survive in red soil. Here you can see my mix is very sandy. Now because my soil has a high content of sand, due to this the soil tends to dry faster. Now most of my succulents are outdoors in the balcony where they receive a full amount of direct morning sunlight and even indirect afternoon sunlight, due to which my soil tends to dry even faster. Now because when I tend to water my succulents and the soil will dry faster, this does not allow my succulents to have a quick drink. Hence, I add a thin layer of red soil so that the rate of evaporation is decreased. So guys, now our pot and soil is ready. Now the next step is to set up the vertical garden. Now here I have this wire net that I have purchased. Most of you guys might already have it in your balconies, but I was not so fortunate enough. Now this is available in any hardware store. I would suggest you to go with the metal one and not the plastic one, because the metal one is much more stronger, and you can even go ahead and paint this to make it rust free. Now guys, ensure that you do not use a rope to tie this net because the rope tends to decompose over time. When it comes in contact with water and sun, it might decompose. So always go with a wire or something made out of metal to tie these nets. Now here again, another important thing, ensure that your net is firmly against the wall. It should not be loose like this, because in case if it is loose and when you tend to put up the pots, the net will start leaning forward. Now guys, the pots are not very heavy, but still they would have some weight. So when you're going to fix them onto these vertical nets, they will start to lean ahead. So guys, I've gone ahead and tightened the strings and I've made the net much more firm and stiff towards the wall. Now after this, you want to just apply a little bit of pressure to check that everything is intact. Now guys, please ensure that you check once before placing the pots, because if this thing is going to break and if it's going to fall apart, it's going to be a huge mess, and please don't blame me later. So guys, also when you're going to be applying a little bit of pressure, the knots are going to get tightened and it's going to be much more stiff. Like you can see right now, everything is perfect. Now it's time to set the pots. Now placing the pots onto the net is very simple and it's self-explanatory. You can see these are the hooks. These are going to get latched onto the net over here. I have already placed two of the pots, so you're going to start placing them one by one next to each other. Now once your first rack is complete, the second rack, guys, ensure that you leave enough space, because you know our succulents like to have a good air circulation. So keeping in mind, just make sure you place them correctly. So guys, once all the pots are into the vertical garden, this is how your vertical garden is going to look like. Now over here, this is my third rack. That's the second one and that's the first one. However, I will be moving the third rack because that was just for time being. I usually prefer to keep only two racks. Nothing related to weight or nothing related to space. It's just that I usually prefer to keep only two racks. So guys, now comes the most important part. Now I assume that after watching this video completely, you might think of setting up a vertical garden, but there are certain people who have already set up a vertical garden and things were not working out well. Now there was a message a few days earlier that the person said his second rack of succulents are not doing quite well and they have started to stretch. Now this is where, guys, you need to strategically place your vertical garden. Like here you can see the entire rack, that is the upper rack and the second rack, is getting full morning direct sunlight, and the duration is around 5 to 6 hours of direct morning sunlight onto the succulents, be it the first rack or the second rack. Post this, they tend to receive indirect afternoon sunlight. Now that is the reason why both my racks are compact, the succulents are compact, they are colored, there is no stretch. So you need to have a place like this wherein they receive direct sunlight. So this is how my vertical garden looks during the afternoon. Now here, as you can see, the second rack is completely shaded, or you can see it's in partial shade. Now that's absolutely fine because my succulents have already received their share of sunlight, that is for 5 to 6 hours of direct morning sunlight. Hence, they are not stretching, they have their color and they are compact. Now, during the afternoon, my first rack is shading the second rack, which is absolutely okay because during the afternoons, I tend to use a green net. Now, this is where the problem starts. If you receive sunlight from sideways like this is going to be a problem. So you need to strategically place your vertical garden in such a way that it receives direct sunlight from front. Now over here, as you can see, maybe this was the issue with the person who asked me the question, wherein he was having issue with the second rack. Now most probably he's receiving sunlight from sideways. Maybe it's morning sunlight or maybe indirect afternoon sunlight. Now in both cases, when the sunlight comes from sideways, the second rack will always get shaded because of the first rack. So ensure that you strategically place your vertical garden. So once you know that your succulents are getting a good amount of direct morning sunlight, you're all good to go. Your succulent vertical garden will thrive and become very colorful. The succulents are not going to stretch, they are going to stay compact. Now here, as you can see, I am also using a green net because my succulents are out in the open, in the balcony. they receive full morning direct sunlight as well as indirect sunlight. So in other words, you can say that they are never out of light. There is always some sort of light, either direct light or indirect sunlight. So if you can place, or if you can manage to build something like this, definitely all your succulents are going to be very happy and healthy. So guys, last but not the least, the most trickiest part, and that's watering. Now guys, I know that this is a vertical garden, and also we have something called as gravity. So when you're going to water the first rack, the water will fall onto the second rack of succulents. Now a lot of experts say that you must never water on the succulents because there is a higher chance of either crown rot or leaf burn. That is why I'm using a plastic sheet so that I can protect my second rack of succulents. So when I water the first rack and the water tends to fall, it is going to fall onto the plastic sheet. Now guys, I know this is an extra effort or extra work that you'll have to do, but how often do we water our succulents? Not very frequently. So we can spare that one day and we can give them a lot of care so that they can grow healthy. And I'm sure after all that care and all that efforts that you put in, your succulents will definitely reward you with healthy and beautiful colors. So guys, I hope that this video on vertical garden was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep propagating.